you were going to have to be straight with me. And now I find out in the courtroom that you have a history as long as my arm.
What's the problem?
What's the problem? Rape, murder, drug pushing. What's the problem? We don't stand a chance now. Why didn't you tell me? Oh.
It's a part of my life I'm trying to escape. That's why I didn't tell you. Look, I didn't grow up in a rich family, you know, loving father, plenty of money to send me through college, you know, mother to look after me. I grew up in a family where my dad just drank his life away. He came home and he just beat up on my mum every night. He used to abuse my sister. And man, he almost killed me twice. I was in and out of social services more time than you've had your cameo and your chips, counsellor. I grew up in the neighborhood, man. Girlfriend's brother used to sell some drugs. Nothing strong, just a bit of weed, you know. I tried it for once, you know, peer pressure, all that stupidness. You know what? For the first time in my life, I actually felt free. Not a care in the world. That was it. I was just hooked. It's just pure weed every day. First thing in the morning, last thing at night. Pure weed. I was at home one day, and my best friend's girlfriend came around looking for him. He wasn't in. She hung around. We were playing some music, smoking weed. It was really good. Dancing and thing, you know. One thing led to another, and she just started taking her clothes off in front of me. Well, anyway. Later on, she was in the bathroom screaming. I rushed in there, what's the problem? What's up? She told me she's got a love bite and her boyfriend's gonna make noise on me. Tell you, I wish I had listened to her. The next day, my best friend busts down my front door and starts ranting and raving how I had raped his girl. The guy pulled out a gun. Frank pulled out a gun on his best friend. I don't know what happened. All I know, I woke up in hospital. Apparently he didn't. They tried to press charges, but there wasn't enough evidence, so I was acquitted. But that's when I knew I just had to turn my life around, and I just couldn't keep on the way I was going. The first thing I'd done was just give up that weed. I stopped hanging around with that bad company, and I actually sent myself to college. And I had to clean up my life. And one day, I missed my train as I normally do. And I tried to jump on another train, you know, find my way on from there. And this guy said to me, you know, get on the train, it's sorted, this glory-bound train. Sorted out my ticket, so I got on. Counselor, I didn't ask to come here. I was invited. And now that I am here, I feel a part of the family. I am not going to allow anybody to throw me off course. I am going to stay here, come what may. There comes a time when a man has to make a stand, and I am going to make that stand.
of the century. Forget O.J. Simpson mania. This is a youth mania. The trial that started today on the glory-bound train. A youth is tried with a catalogue of offences, including, amongst others, violation of guidelines on the glory-bound train and bringing the glory-bound train into disrepute. With more on how our trial is shaping up, let's go over to our legal correspondent, Nancy Brown. Nancy, can you tell us what is going on so far?
Well, Michelle, the judge has just called a recess at the request of the defense team. The defense team, I must tell you, seemed to be in big trouble. Prosecution started the morning by calling an eyewitness who testified to seeing a youth at a blues and later that night making passionate love to him. This is quite damaging, as one of the charges brought against him is frequenting places of worldly pleasures where angels fear to tread. On cross-examination, however, the defense managed to uncover some holes in Rude Girl Iris's testimony, but it'll be interesting to see how the jury sees it all.
Nancy, I understand that the prosecution was allowed by Judge Truth and Justice to cite a case some 6,000 years old.
Yes, Michelle. In an unprecedented move, the Judge Truth and Justice allowed the prosecution to examine cases dating back 6,000 years. With the help of Professor Heinsberger, they were able to ascertain from his study of age-old cases that in each case where a person transgressed the law, they were punished in one way or another. Therefore, they argued that a youth should be no exception.
So, Nancy, how did the defense team react to all that?
The defense argued grace, but prosecution had already showed that grace was always applied after punishment, not before or instead of. The final blow came to the defense team, however, in the form of prosecution key witness D. Deacon. He reeled off a list of criminal activities that a youth had been involved in. Some will no doubt argue that these all took place in his past, before joining. But the fact that he concealed his past, one wonders what other sinister secrets he may be hiding. As the Deacon continued, the defense not only seemed shell-shocked, but distraught and angry. As the Deacon finished his testimony, the defense asked the judge to consider a recess, as her key witness was late. I believe the defense just needed time to recover from the hammering she'd already received. Altogether, a good morning for the prosecution, and I think they're about to continue, so it's over and out.
And we'll be keeping up to date as events unfold. Let's go over to our weatherman.